meet you. I'm Komugi.
PORTER よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。撮影させてもらいますので。皆さんこんにちは。 TVGroove の山崎小麦です。本日はアメリカ出身のアーティストポーター・ロビンソンさんにお越しいただきました。 Thank you for coming today. はい、では早速質問していきたいと思います。はい、ポーターさん、久々の日本はいかがですか？
Well, I've been in Japan only since yesterday, but I think I came 7 or 8 times to Japan this year alone. I come to Japan a lot, and this year I was working on a music video. So we were working on an animated music video together with A1 Pictures, and that I came to Japan like 7 or 8 times just to work on producing this video. Well, because I come to Japan so often, I've maybe fallen into a routine of always going to the same restaurants, always going to the same places, but I don't do much sightseeing in Japan anymore because I've been here so many times. But I always enjoy myself. I always have fun.
お気に入りの場所はどこなんですか？
Like for food or for places to go?
どうしようか。じゃあフード。
Oh. Well, there's in Shibuya there's a ramen and sushi restaurant right next to each other, 2 different ones. And the first time I came to Japan, the host that I had took me there, and every time I always return to these same 2 places. I have a very good memory of going there, and yeah, I think it's what is it, Nihon Ichi, what is it, something bashi, I can't remember.
渋谷にあるお店。
Yeah, I always eat there. And I brought my family to Japan last year, and we ate there so many times. My dad didn't know that he liked Japanese food, and now he loves it. So yeah.
ポーターさん、好きな日本のアニメがいくつかあるそうなんですけど、そういうなんかいくつか好きなアニメを教えていただけますか？
So I think my favorite of all time is Anohana. It's really Anohana. Yeah, it's a really tragic story about children. There's another movie. English title is Wolf Children, but Okami Ame to Yuki. It's a Mamoru Hosoda anime. I also really love Makoto Shinkai and of course Miyazaki. But the next, I really want to see Kimi no Nawa because this is really my style. I love this type of beautiful animation. It's like my favorite. In my live show and in all my music videos, I try to give this feeling, this super beautiful anime type feeling, and Shinkai is amazing at that.
そしてですね、ポーターさん、さらにこう日本のゲームも好きなんだそうですが、そしてなんとですね、日本のダンスレボリューションをきっかけにこう音楽を作り始めたということなんですけど、そのダンスレボリューション、どんなところにハマったんでしょうか？
Well, I was like 12 years old, and my older brother brought home Dance Revolution and the home like mat, the soft one, and I just really got addicted to it. I really loved it. And that was my first time ever hearing electronic music. So I became a fan of electronic music, and it was Japanese electronic music too, because it was the Dance Revolution soundtrack. So yeah, I love games, and I really love Japanese games, but Dance Revolution really changed my life and made me want to become a music producer.
続いてですね、ポーターさんのロゴですね、こちらなんですけど、こちらはね、この日本の顔文字からこうインスパイアされたそうなんですけど、海外での反応っていうのはいかがなんでしょうか？
Yeah. All of my fans say it's like PORTER Komugi. So now my fans in America know the Japanese word Komugi. But I noticed that in Japan, Komugi are becoming less popular, you know, and it's like emoji, of course, and stickers online are much more popular. So I almost see Komugi as being like dated in a way that I find charming and cute.
10月19日にはフランス出身の音楽プロデューサーのマデオンさんとコラボした曲「シェルター」がリリースされますが、こちらどんな仕上がりになっていますか？
Well, it's really emotional, sentimental, nostalgic song. Me and Madeon have been friends since we were very, very young through the internet. He's from France and I'm from America, but we were both producing music when we were really young. I produced music when I was 14 and he produced music when he was 12. So online we had this reputation of being the really young producers. And so we've been friends for a long time, and we wrote Shelter together as our collaboration because we've been friends for a long time, but we've never made music together. And Shelter is really, it's kind of a song about like, it's a sad song, and it's a song about growing older and your relationship with your parents and kind of passing yourself on to the next generation. And it's almost like a sad song fit into a pop song, like pop electronic, but it's quite sad, emotional.
マデオンさんとそこに関わりが長いということなんですけど、今回そのコラボに至った経緯っていうのは何なんでしょうか？
Well, we see this year, 2015, 2016, as being the time where our styles really connected. And I think in the future, my style will change and Madeon's style will change in the future. So we thought now was a really good time for us to work together. Also, we both just released our first albums. I released my album, Worlds, and he released his album, Adventure. And so we thought the next step after our albums is to release a collaboration.
こう関わりがね、お二人長いということなんですけど、ポーターさんから見たこうマデオンさんの印象っていうかこう人柄ってどういった感じなんでしょうか？
Madeon is like 100% genius. He's like super talented. He's secretly, Madeon is a magician. He like magic tricks and stuff. Yeah, he does magic tricks. Yeah, he's 100% tensai, like complete genius and super talented at everything he tries. So he's a master, really. And me and Madeon compete with each other too. You know, we're always trying to get better than each other, and so we have an interesting relationship.
そしてそちらのシェルターの、ね、ミュージックビデオがもうすぐ公開されますが、そのミュージックビデオの制作秘話やこだわりがあったら教えていただけますか？
The music video is a collaboration together with the Japanese anime studio A1 Pictures, and it's an anime video. I wrote the story for this video about a year and a half ago, and it's a really sad story. It's the story that I wanted to tell, but it's a story about like virtual reality and the future and the end of the world. And I came to Japan so many times to work on this video together with A1 Pictures, so it was I think this video made me closer to Japan because I spent so much time in Japan this year just to work on it. But as far as like a funny story, I don't really have many funny stories about working on this video because for me it was very serious and very emotional experience. I grew up really loving anime, and to be able to work on it together with one of my favorite studios was very important to me and a very emotional experience.
そのミュージックビデオの制作に関わっているスタッフもすごくこうアニメ界でね活躍している方が多いんですけど、その人たちとのお仕事はいかがでしたか？
Oh, it was so good. A1 Pictures is amazing, but I worked most closely with the director Kantoku Akai-san and Megumi Kono-san, the character designer, and we understood each other really well. Especially Kono-san, I think we have the same vision of the character and of the world and the atmosphere and emotion of Shelter, the animation. And so I really felt a connection to her because I felt that everyone on the staff understood me quite well. But yeah, I remember I wrote the main character of this animation is a girl named Rin, and when Kono-san first showed me her illustrations of Rin, it took a very short amount of time for it to become perfect. Like I gave my feedback and she really understood right away how to make this character perfect. So it was such a good experience working together with A1. It was great.
このストーリーっていうのはどんな風にこう思いついたんでしょうか？
I wrote the story in about 3 days at home. I locked myself in my studio and just worked nonstop for 3 days in a row. And I wanted a story that expressed at the same time a hopeful vision, hopeful image of the future, and a sad image of the future, and something that involved virtual reality, and something with a little bit of magic, and a tragedy. I wanted it to be super emotional. So when I combined those elements, that was the story that I came up with. It's also a story about love from parents, and it's a story about how much this father loves his daughter, which is really connected to the lyrics and themes of Shelter, the song, which is again a song about generations and family. And so I'm really so happy with the video because it combines the themes of the songs with some themes that I wanted to express in anime.
ありがとうございます。そして最後に今後の目標について春に教えていただけますか？
Oh wow. That's kind of a big question, but I would love to continue to produce stories in the same way that Shelter the animation is a beautiful story. I want to continue to tell stories. I would like to basically produce a series and set of characters and world, a story and universe that kind of lives on forever. So if you think about something like Harry Potter, for example, or like Lord of the Rings, or even something, like what Sanrio has done, like Hello Kitty, like these characters that are permanent, that live on forever. I really want to create a story and set of characters that kind of exist forever and are really important in popular culture. That's like my life dream, is to create a fictional character or fictional story, fictional universe that becomes super popular and exists forever.
たくさんお答えいただきました。ありがとうございました。ポーター・ロビンソンさんでした。Thank you so much.
Hello viewers of TVGroove, I'm Porter Robinson and thank you so much for checking out our interview.